Okay, so here we are in the crew. Kind of what I'm doing here is Pete and I have just got a job. We have just called our last games for the freebooters in down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So here I'm living just north of Miami, sort of by Fort Lauderdale. Now I don't want to look at my character, but because I don't look anything like the guy. But this is supposed to be the house. So moving out of here from Florida, from southern Florida, calling games to the freebooters. We just got a contract to call games out of the West Coast for the Santa Monica Overdogs. So the idea is that, yeah, the truck's on its way out, and I just have the car here, the little Mazda MX-5 to bring out there. That's my little, it's a nice little car. But yeah, so out closer to where Pete and I have our trucking companies, and then we're going to be calling games for the Santa Monica Overdogs, and we're going to try and get some money together. Listen to dogs in there. Speaking of dogs, now there's the old house down here in South Florida, and we're moving on out to, gonna head on out towards Santa Monica. So we're gonna set the waypoints out there, driving all the way across country, see the United States. I don't know how much we're gonna get to see today, but essentially, the Overdogs play somewhere out in this area. They're building a new they're gonna at the stadium out here, so we'll go to the new house. Or I'll actually be staying in an apartment until we get a house. So the apartment building's somewhere right off in here. There we go. Right there. Ah, stupid thing. Hold on. Closed up on me. There we go. Oh, no, that's off the screen. I gotta put it somewhere else because it's off the screen on my thing. So we'll go right over here. No, I don't want to chase invitation. There we go. Set the waypoint. All right. So it's going to take us cross country. It's 11:09 p.m. Leaving real late at night. Just going to start driving though. Get out there. Talk a little bit about our new job. But here we are, sort of North Miami area. Leaving our old home again. Leaving my old home. We got everything packed up. Sitting out there, just taking the car out and leaving South Florida. Goodbye, freebooters. It's been a good run. But I gotta kind of turn around here and make this there. And there's the house. Right out on the corner. It's a modest abode. But, so anyway, yeah. Leaving Florida. Moving to California. It's going to be closer to where we do our trucking. And we're going to put some money together and maybe buy a farm. Work a farm together. I think it's going to be J&G Farms. Out there in, I think north of LA. So like Central California probably. I think that's probably the plan. So we'll be out there closer to our businesses. It'll be a good move, good career move, I think. Ooh, Christ. But yeah, we'll miss Southern Florida. I'm gonna pass these guys because I'm not gonna drive like a maniac, but I'm not gonna drive 20 miles an hour. I mean, come on. Good on the light there. Nobody's coming, so there's a. As soon as this guy goes, whoa! Excuse me, I don't think so. Right? Let's see what it looks like down here. Oops, on the level. So yeah, Crew 2 is out. They've got that, which is all right. I'm taking a left here anyway at Orange, heading towards Orange Grove. But mostly just using this right now. I haven't played this in a while, but using this to go, just to take the trip out West Coast. This is still the only game I know of that has the entire United States mapped out. I mean, it's not to scale or anything like that, but it's still a lot of fun. No, I don't want these invitations. I think Y is to close. No. I want to decline, right? Decline. Stupid thing. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Sorry. That's not going to let me do it. I'm just going to let it go. Escape. There we go. Get out of that window. Learned my lesson. Anyway. Yeah, so did some research. So it's funny because the before the season started and before the season, I looked. There's if you look at power rankings for Super Mega Baseball 2, there's a guy that did the power rankings based on skill stats and all that stuff. And at the top of the league, he's got the B-Wolves, who did very well during the season. But then he had the Buzzards at 10th, the Freebooters at 14th, and out of 16 teams. And the Overdogs at 16th, all the way at the bottom. Now, the Buzzards won the whole thing last year. So that was maybe slightly out of character for them. And Freebooters, we were 14th. We went all the way to the finals. And lost in the finals to the Buzzards at a best of 3 series. Won the first one, then dropped the next 2. Heartbreaking loss for that South Florida team, but yes, we're gonna miss calling those games. Gonna miss those players. That was fun. Now that was last season. Oh darn! I got the wrong stats up on my other monitor here. Anyway, the Overdogs were tied for, it was a 4-way tie for last place with the worst record in the league. I think they were 6-10. So 6 wins, 10 losses. Didn't make the playoffs, anything like that. There's 3 teams in their conference that were 6 for 10, and only 1 team over in our conference. Now the Overdogs are in the, I want to say, the Monsters division. But anyway, yeah, we got the call to call the games for Overdogs, and we say, yeah, let's do it. It's going to work out for us logistically, so could be worse. SoCal. So yeah, we're looking for call for the Dogs. I'm looking at some of their pitchers right now. They got Larry LaJoy out there, Chasey Kim, who I think is pretty much their workhorse starting pitcher. He's got the most. I'm looking at some of the stats over here. Winning percentage, he's 500, and I forget how many games he pitched. I don't know, but anyway, he's their workhorse. Then they got Tarek Smith, Kerry Woodward, David Digler, Rocket Ramon, Ron Thunderchump, and Doug Nerdward for the closer. So yeah, Santa Monica's got they got a chance. So again, last year, bottom of the barrel. So as the saying goes, well, that's my looking behind me. As the saying goes, they got one direction to go. So that's kind of working for them. That's what it looks like inside my car. Inside the old Mazda. Looks like this is my exit coming up here. So we're just going to drive through the night. I don't even know what this is going to go through. Last time I was thinking about this, like going through Texas and whatnot. But I thought, I'm just going to set the GPS to go straight to the destination. And wherever we go through, we go through. Just, whatever happens, happens. See the country between here and there on the road. And then hopefully soon do some more driving. Truck driving again out west. Pete and I both have truck companies out in the Southwest. I've got a garage in Vegas. Actually headquartered in Vegas. I got another garage out in Flagstaff and just bought one up in Salt Lake. So that business is doing well. I got a few drivers driving for me. Pete's got a few for him, I think. So yeah, we'll be out there in the Southwest now, so that'll be easier instead of coming down. These games are once a week in the Super Mega League 2, AA ball, like football. But this year, so last year they had 16 teams, 1 game a week, 16 weeks. This year they added 4 more teams. 2 more teams per conference. So there's 18 teams. It's 18 weeks long. And then the playoffs, again, best of 3 series. So technically the most games you could play if you made the playoffs and played through every single game, and every game, needed a tiebreaker. 18, 21, 27 games. We played all 25 last season for the Freebooters. There wasn't a game they didn't sweep a series at all. So yeah, 25 games. There's as little as 18. You'll definitely play 18. You could play as many as 27. So, and that's weeks for the whole 2020 season. And just on the announcement side, so we're going to start the season coming up on Wednesday, January 22nd. Going on the road to play our first exhibition game against one of the new expansion teams in the other conference. That'll be the first game we call for the Overdogs. So we get to see the team, kind of feel them out a little bit. Pete's watched them play a little bit already, so warm up and stuff like that. But the preseason they'll have that game, and then I think they come home to Santa Monica, play the other conference exhibition team. Going to avoid these challenges. So they get 2 exhibition, preseason spring ball games before the season starts. So the season should start first week of March. Or no, wait. This is January here. Should start in February and go at least 18 weeks. So that'll be fun. Pete and I are both looking at getting back in the broadcast booth, calling those games out, and then things look like. I'm going to change my camera view here. Oops, wrong button. Deer running right up next to the road. That's not something you see. So, then the idea, looking at getting a business together, looking at buying a farm out in Central Cal, since we'll be moving out there for this stuff. Got to scoot over on the road here, a little road work. Is it a machine gun or what that is? Come on, deer. What the heck is with the deer down here? Getting a farm together. Farm Sim 19. Running that together. J&G Farms. Not sure what we're growing yet or any of that stuff, but then we'll have the trucking company, the farm, and then calling the games. So it'll be fun. Excited about the Overdogs prospects. Like I said, there's only one direction to go, and it's up. But I was going to go through some more stats, too. I was going to have that up on my other monitor, but I had some, those were jumped out, like you saw, a couple times there, and wasn't able to pull up the right one. Apparently I changed pictures. I was going to go with the stats from last year. So the 4 new exhibition teams. 2 teams in it. Again, there's no interconference play for the Super Mega League 2. So all the teams we're going to see this season are different than the teams we faced last season. Last season we were over in the other conference, except for the Buzzards. We do, obviously the finals interconference, best of 2 conferences. So we saw the Buzzards. So we are going to see the Buzzards again this season a few times, or a couple times. So we'll get to see more of the Buzzards there. Different team though, obviously, so they don't have that feeling that they want to get revenge or whatnot. But they're in the same division with the Buzzards, are the Overdogs. So, whoa, tough guy. So it's gonna be a tough division too. I wish I had those images up on my other monitor and be able to look into that. I don't even know what city we're going through here. Is this New Orleans? I think we've been making good times, folks, because we are now coming through Nolens, Louisiana. And that didn't take long at all, did it? Wait, I'm trying to see. Right? Yeah, this isn't. I can't move the camera. It keeps twerking back because But if I'm. Yeah, because there's the Superdome. There's the New Orleans Superdome where the Saints play. So look at that. I get to talking, starting off in the Miami area, and before you know it, we're in Louisiana, down in New Orleans. Alright, now I gotta watch for my exits out here, because these exits are cray. Hold on. Get a little wider view of this here. Wait, not this turn, but the next one. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this mess, this spaghetti mess of roads. Kenner, Louisiana. Yeah, so again, the way the league works, there are now there used to be 8 teams in a conference. Jeez, dude. Yeah, I'm not the one driving like a maniac. Used to be 8 teams in a conference. Now there's 10, and there used to be 8 stadiums. Now there's 10 as well. So what that means is there's, like I said, 10 stadiums, 20 teams. Each team hosts 2 teams, one from either conference. I can't turn this thing to see the city, but it's there, believe me. That's a scenic point. So anyway, there's Jacob up here. I'm closing up on the Jacob Dodd, some other player in the game here. I don't know if he's friendly or not, or even what he's doing. And the moon's out. Moon looks nice, right? Oh, he's down there on the off ramp. There he is, parked. Pulled over. Maybe he's getting arrested. So anyway, yeah. So I forgot what I was saying. I don't even recall. What the heck was I talking about? Freewood. Oh yeah, 10. So 10 stadiums, 20 teams. So each stadium hosts 2 teams. And this is in Santa Monica. So the Santa Monica is home to the Overdogs, as well as the Blowfish. So as last season, the Freebooters played in Santa Monica against the Blowfish, who made the playoffs. Got beat out in the first round by the Moonstars of San Diego. So yeah, the Overdogs share the building with the Blowfish, 2 AA Los Angeles area teams, and that's what's going on. But again, we're not going to see any of those teams that we saw last year, except for the Buzzards in the finals. They're all going to be other teams from the other conference, with 2 additional exhibition teams that come over. So what we're doing is we're going to play 2 expansion teams. We're going to play our 2 exhibition games against the 2 new expansion teams in the other conference to see them, because chances are we're not going to play against them at all. The only way we would is if we made the finals and so did one of them. So guaranteed one of them we wouldn't see. So we're going to play against those teams. One of them, and I can't remember how they all line up. I think the new expansion team in our conference teams are the Arctics, who play out of the Seattle area, like Emmett, Washington or something. And the Water Bullets, who play out of El Viejo, same building as the Freebooters. So we will see them during the regular season, potentially the playoffs if we do well enough. Hoping for hoping for 500 ball at least. But you always want to go for it. Excuse me, that was my first cough yet. Anyway, so the expansion teams we'll be playing against are the Burners, who I believe play out of Hawaii, the new stadium they built in Hawaii, and the Gold Coats. And the Gold Coats I forget where they play out of, but I think we're starting off in Hawaii for spring training, exhibition game against the Burners. At least I think that's where they're from. We're starting off in Hawaii, whoever it's against, or whatever, and then the other games at home in Santa Monica against whichever of those other teams. I didn't have, I had all the screenshots of what the season was and all that stuff. I was going to put the schedule up, tell you a little bit about the schedule, but I don't have the schedule either. The moon looks good on this. I think I don't think the moon used to look this good before. I think it looked a little bit more digital, but it's looking pretty good now. Pretty high res. I'm getting 56 frames a second right here. I got the NVIDIA GTX 960 or 970, I believe. So it runs pretty well on this machine. Looking at getting a new GPU maybe toward the end of the year. Maybe get the 970 to Pete. Not sure. Well, I'm running my RPMs a little high. One of the problems I always had with this game was the what's it called? The sounds, the car sounds, which I've turned way down on this. Again, obviously, but everything sounds like you're driving a stock car. So you can't just drive in this game. I mean, it makes sense if it's got some bite if you're slamming the pedal to the ground. But I'm holding the pedal, I think, just under half here. So I'm going around at a reasonable pace. So not sure where this is going to send us. I'm assuming we're going through the Texas area here. I don't know if we're going to go through Dallas or what. We may just be out in country here. Speaking of out in country, Eric, Pete, and I just did some more Wildlands, and we finally got, I think I got one that I'm going to, actually, I probably just, because of the order I go in, I probably will have put that one up first. So that last episode, it's been a while, but we've had some lag issues, and I think we figured them out. We still have some lag in some of the last episode. I don't know what town this is, but nothing too bad. Definitely a lot better than it has been. So that's nice. And so not worried about that too much. So that was actually a playable. And then we have one that's going to follow this one up. It's another short mission where we just assault a new place, and it kind of shows again how well the game plays out when you do a little bit of planning and all that stuff here. Looks like the sun's about to come up as we're crossing through probably southern Texas, presumably. Can't seem to get this thing in a straight line. If I let go of my steering wheel, it has me curving slightly to the right. So I guess it's like I got an alignment problem on my RX-5 here. Or whatever this thing is. I gotta let off the gas for a second to put my slipper on, to be honest. Because I'm driving with my socks. And it's a pain. Okay, there we go. Shouldn't drive without shoes on. So slipper's gonna be the way to go. There's the rear view. Oh, okay, so this is gonna be... Alright, so here we could look at the car from the side. That's how I should have been doing it. And don't look at my player character. It doesn't look anything like me. I don't want you to get that in your head. Looks like the Half-Life guy. So moon going down. I don't think it's going to send us through Vegas. Maybe if it does, maybe I'll pull over and next time Pete and I will do some cards and play some prominence poker. I gotta keep checking my mini map down there in the lower right, because as you pass through areas, it will tell you kind of what's going on. The moon's just about to go down up there. I may need to. I'm gonna mute this for a second while I choke a bit. Hold on. Okay. So I've never driven on this long range like this without setting any waypoints in the middle. I've always stopped at like scenic spots and everything. So I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty straightaway trip if you set a waypoint in Los Angeles from Miami. That's pretty impressive. Oh, and as we go out towards the west or the Midwest, just a reminder that Pete and I are also storm chasers. We have alter ego storm chaser friends who chase tornadoes out in the Midwest, and that's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen Storm Chasers yet, watch us do that, because that's both fun and funny, and honestly a little bit scary at times when you're playing, because you're trying to get as close as you can to these things, and it does get a little intimidating when it's bearing down on you and you're trying to think, oh my gosh, I just turned off the lights on the what's it called? There's a city down there. I don't know what that is. Houston or something? I don't even know. I don't remember what cities they have in these games. No, because we passed New Orleans. I can't remember what cities are down there. See, in this it says, so obviously the country is about 3,000 miles or so long, but the scale in this was, I forget what it started at, but now it's saying we got about 50 miles left to go. Those are actual. Now, what town is this? It should show up in the lower right. The south, New Braunfels, Texas. All right, this is New Braunfels, Texas. I can't see the light, so we're just gonna say it changed. So I dig the Texas area. My plates say Rhode Island on this thing. The towns are okay in this. The towns are pretty good, I think. As you go through here, not the best. I like the modeling in Truck Simulator the best. That looks really good. I like the way the Truck Simulator does it. But this looks pretty good for, hey. Anyway, looks pretty good, I think. Look out, guy. I wasn't that close. What are you, from New York? Yeah, I'm walking over here. Alright. Stopped at the light. Light turns green, and away we go. So yeah, I'm hoping they eventually get, speaking of Truck Simulator, I hope they eventually model Texas, because that would be fun to drive. Texas is a big state too. That could take them a while. They could charge money for that. Alright, it's like a stop sign, right? Alright, so we're leaving New Braunfels, Texas. Had to get out of that gear. Yeah, so it's got us 48. These are, actual scale miles. But in game, I don't know what the ratio is for, game scale miles to real miles. But this is like 47, real miles, whereas each mile is whatever it is. So there's that. So yeah, I mean, this will probably be, I don't know how many more times I'm going to do the crew. I used to do this a lot. I used to play this game quite a bit, but I think I've seen most of the United States in this game anyway, and done a lot of the tricks. As far as the game goes, I mean, I was so gung-ho to get it at first, because like I said, it was the first game that really modeled the entire United States, and you could drive all over and see all these, and a lot of the cities, they really did do well. Chicago, or where I'm from, looks great. New York looks great, and it was, when they did this, it's the size of, had to miss that spot there. Like the size of, Grand Theft Auto 4's New York, or Liberty City, or whatever. The Los Angeles looks great. St. Louis they've got Washington D.C. I'm trying to think of what else. They don't have Boston. Miami looks great. I mean, you were down in Miami there. They have Dallas. They've got Salt Lake City. They got Vegas, Seattle. Up there, I think they've got San Francisco. So yeah, a lot of good cities, and they made them look really nice. The country in the middle looks believable. The lanes are kind of wide, right? Other than that, the graphics are good. I mean, the car looks good. The lighting looks good on the car. But it's a little low. It's a little too hazy sometimes. Like I was saying, if I compare this to Truck Simulator, there's a little bit better, a little more crisp detail on things. Look at that. Zero gravity. The police don't pull you over for speeding in this game. By the way, you have to literally hit something in front of them. It rains way too much in this game, which it looks like it's getting ready to do. So, there's that. I mean, it's worth having. I drove a lot in it. I got to see a lot of the virtual country, but like I said, it's good. I think I did the demo for Crew 2, and I think it does look better. So they did make some improvements there. I think you can get out of your car, which is kind of nice. But again, it's got these kind of hokey challenges. It would just be more fun, I would think, to even. Oh, there's the sun, so it's kind of overcast here. I don't know what city that is in the distance there. I'm going to pass the police car in a no passing zone around a corner. And then get off at this next stop. I think we're like West Texas now, somewhere out here. 44 miles left to go. So anyway, Fort Stockton, Big Bend, there's our turn. So on ramp, a little bit longer, wider view there. Stop sign. Nah. Speed limit 70. Alright, we can go 75 then. 73. I'll just set my foot right here. Kind of keep it. We don't have a cruise control on this thing, which is something they should have as well. You know. But we're making good time. At 44 miles to go. I can't remember exactly when I started this thing. I'm hopefully trying to get across the whole way in one take. Especially without going, I'm not driving 100 miles an hour. I've seen people go coast to coast in this thing in a half an hour real time. But they're driving, 150 miles an hour. I'm trying to drive like an actual person. So yeah, I mean, it looks good. But man, when I first got it, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome." And then, there's a lot of really open. Oh, in the distance, when you look at the grass out there, it's really low res. You know what I mean? It doesn't, not like you'd see grass, but it's just kind of a grayish green for a long ways, and then bushes will draw in, and it's just a lot of these bushes all over the place. The buildings are a little stock. After a while, you see them. You see they're a little too bland, a little too similar. Now, obviously, when you go to the big cities and they're modeling specific buildings and stuff, you get a lot more specific flair. But a lot of these towns in the flyover country, start to look pretty similar. But seem to have a pretty good route here for this. There's some animals out there. What summits available? They've got a lot of these multiplayer challenge things, and again, I kind of went through all these challenges. If I accidentally go through one of these gates, I'll do it, but I'm trying to avoid them because, like I said, I'm trying to do it like I'm actually driving. But we're moving along at a good clip. 41 miles from our destination. Real miles. In-game miles, probably, 500 or 600 more miles or so. We're coming into the southwest here, so I think this is sort of towards, I'm guessing this is supposed to be like Arizona. We're starting to come into Arizona. Maybe not. Maybe this is New Mexico. Highway track crossing there. Starts to get a little bit rocky here, and I think we have to go past the Grand Canyon area before we get there. So you can see there on the bottom that Don 4IKAA. These are other players in the game. It is a multiplayer thing. I've been in here before with Eric. We've driven a while together, but unfortunately that's really all you can do in this. Again, you can't really get out of your car and do much, so you just kind of follow each other around. Now I haven't been to this. You see that bell over there? That's a scenic stop, and there's a green check mark on it if you've been to it. And I haven't been to this one because it doesn't have a green check mark. I'm gonna pull off here, or maybe it isn't down there. Maybe I gotta hold on. Sorry. Oh, that's a railroad up ahead here. So I don't know what that is out there or how to get to it. But that would be a scenic spot. You get some points for that and everything. I might be able to, hold on, let's see if I can. Wait, I'll get off on this road. Sorry. Go out that way. Check, see what it looks like, and then we'll get back on the road. It's going to reroute me, obviously, because it wants me to go back on the highway, but I kind of want to see what this scenic area is. I'm going to get there in a hurry, so I got a sports car. But I want to see, this is probably a town over here. Yeah, it is. Alright, I get to show you what this is, and then we'll hop back on the highway. Mountain States. Oh, El Paso. That's El Paso, Texas. That's where we're at. Get through that light there. Why is this guy stopped? Alright, it's a yellow light. Alright. So this is what happens when you hit this thing here. You go here and you hit enter, and it does a little cutscene. So it tells you. There you go, and then you can toggle the display, which will tell you the fascinating city has been ranked as the safest large city in the U.S. 4 times in a row. And as it gives you those sort of flyover cutscenes, and you get 25 experience points and $2,000, 2,000 of those bucks to get just to stop here. So anyway, we could say we stopped off in El Paso, Texas, which is not, so we're not quite yet as far west as we can be to match up where I've been driving in Truck Sim. We gotta do some creative driving here because this is an on-ramp for which we need to do one of these. Whoops. Missed my spot. There we go. Grounded out a little bit. That's alright. Ain't no thing. Okay. So there we go. El Paso. Out here. Western Texas. So I thought we were already in New Mexico. We weren't yet. Now, right about here, we're coming into New Mexico. So again, from El Paso to LA is not 39 miles. But scale, it's 39 real miles. And I don't know what the scale is. I guess you gotta do the math on that. Well, how many miles would be from El Paso to Los Angeles and then divide it by 39. That's how many miles to miles on the game. We're making good time. So we left Miami middle of last night, right? So we'll definitely be in out in the LA area today. I don't know what's going to be between here and there now, but I don't even remember when I started this recording. This could be a long recording. I'm going to run out of things to talk about. And I hear all this stuff in my headphones. I don't think anybody's watching TV out in the next room, but I think it's just road sounds. I want to speed up a little bit though. Make some better time. I'm on the highway. I'm going 65. Wait, there we go. I had to switch gears so it wasn't so annoying. Oh, there's the wall on the left. There's the border wall. That's cool. So yeah, there's Mexico on the other side of the wall there. We are right down, driving along the Mexican border, and this has got to be New Mexico now, making our way towards Arizona. So starting to come in the area where I drive trucks in the other game, but yeah, so farming. Pete and I are going to do this farm thing. He's going to get that at some time when it comes on sale. Whoops. And not sure we're going to grow yet, Pete. I think we're starting off modest. You know, getting a small couple of parcels or something like that. Probably grow whatever cash crop we can get things going first. Get a certain amount of funding to begin with, but then not overdo the borrowing. So yeah, between baseball and trucking and that, we'll be pretty darn busy. Tomorrow I have the day off, which is why it's 12:30 at night here now. So that's why I'm not working tomorrow, which is kind of nice. But again, I got to get up early tomorrow and go to the store and get some food because I'm making dinner. Those days when I stay home, I'm responsible for dinner, so there you go. Slalom skill. Oh, coming up ahead. Change my camera here one more time. Down a little bit low. There's Mexico out there still. Good weather. Now I should correct myself. It seemed like before, every time I played this game, it'd go about 10 minutes and it would rain. And it rains so often. It looks like at least now, hopefully, they've changed the algorithm so it doesn't rain nearly as much. It's just not that common. Especially in some places out in the desert where it's like, really? It's raining here all the time? But what are you going to do? Well, pretty quick here. But yeah, this is 4-lane highway driving almost the whole way. We're making good pace here. But still, this is supposed to take like another half an hour if we're going through towns and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this off tonight. I may have to stop. I don't know what that building is. I may have to stop at some point. I mean, we're going almost 80. Yeah, half an hour. That's gonna put me at 1. I gotta call it quits by 1 o'clock. And that's gonna be a long, like hour-long episode anyway. So it may end up staying just shy of the LA area. Do one more crew just to get us there. Yeah, so these other players who are in the game, actual players, show up and it tells you where that zebra whatever is 2 or 3 miles behind me. And you can see them on here. And I can't believe I've gone across country now and I haven't seen anyone else, real players yet, on this stretch of road. And you know them because they're going 180 miles an hour. Man, we're driving right along the Mexico border almost the whole way here. right? I mean, there's the wall, baby. So it looks like they are building it. At least along this way. I guess this is the spot where you need it because it's kind of open land. You don't have to have it out by where there's rivers and stuff. Well, I guess you do sort of some places, but where it's impassable. Or anyway, I think we're probably through most of New Mexico now and on our way. Wow, I think just ran on him. Towards Arizona. But it doesn't. The one thing about this is it's based on the United States. It's mostly following it, but there's a lot of the areas are just kind of regions. So obviously, like if you're in Chicago, because of the scale of things, the Black Hills, or you could see them off in the distance. We're 800, 1,000 miles from the Black Hills. You can't see them from Chicago, but so there's not really states in this game per se. It's not like you're leaving one state going to another. There's cities and towns that are in certain states, so you happen to know you're there. But there's not every town along the way and stuff like that. Just some major towns, just some ones of note that they've picked, and that's basically how they did it. I have to change the oil after I get back out there again. I change the oil, move the car out there, change it again. And the crew too, you can fly and drive boats as well. So looks like Virgin Airlines 747. Yeah, I'm kind of swimming in my lane here, but that's the best the game could really do. I'm going to pass this guy on the left. How'd you like to live there? Yeah, we were just hugging the border. I kind of want to get a mod for Truck Sim where I'm just driving a car around out there, but then again, every time I get on there, I feel like I should drive and make some money. I do really like the Truck Sim ones. Those games are fun. The Farm Sim one is a lot of fun, and I really haven't done any of it because I'm kind of waiting for Pete. So when it's multiplayer, that'll be better. See, I've been to this checkpoint here, whatever that is. I've seen it, so I've been on this stretch of road. And when you look at the map of the country, places you haven't been are gray, so you can't fast travel there. If it's colored in, that means you've been there. And like I said, I've traveled much of the country in this game prior. And again, most of it's been with my foot pegged all the way to the ground because, you're going from checkpoint to checkpoint. You're going through all these things, all these challenges and everything. But here I'm trying to drive like a human being. I'm not going for the slalom skill thing there. The scenic outlook. But yeah, I think making good time. This guy's hitting his brakes. I don't know why. Oh, I guess because the road's turning a little, but I'm going to go around him on the left. You can hear what he's playing on the stereo there, though. Oh, I got a turn up out of here, too. There's an old shack. You could also find in this, you could find old car parts for these vehicles and put together these hot rods. Whoa! Yeah, I'm going to get around this. And I know you're supposed to drive slower on the dirt here, but I'm going to go faster. Why not? It's like an old west town. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm just going to go 60 miles an hour here. Just going to do it. Just going to do that. 26 miles. You get money there for passing cars. I think you get more money for passing them closely. See, I got $19 for overtaking your car. Okay, so here's the what's it called? It's the the Air Force base where they mothball all these planes out in the desert. And you could jump off that wing there and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go around these challenges though, because again, I don't wanna launch that thing. This thing up here is I think it's like a story mission one for the game. So if you're gonna do that, you'd go there. Had to get out of that gear. And here's the checkpoint that tells you about this place. But I've already been there, so I'm gonna go past it at 75 miles an hour. Old C-30s here and stuff. Look pretty good, right? So I think it is going to take us north through the Grand Canyon area, maybe. I don't know. No, actually, we're going west. We're going straight west now. So, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going north. I think we're just going to head along, like, southern New Mexico, southern Arizona, until we get out to LA area. And this thing is, I'm going... Now, the 1647, I think we played what's it called? The World War II game. Day of Infamy, which I do really like too. I really like playing that game with Pete and Eric. That's fun. It's challenging though, especially when you've been playing stuff like Ghost Recon Wildlands, going 75 miles an hour on dirt roads. Gotta love that. But, like I said, we got the preseason starting on Wednesday. There is some urgency of getting out there. So between now and Wednesday, I gotta get all the way out to the West Coast. We're gonna jump on a plane and head out to Hawaii to play the Burners. I think it's the Burners. And then next week the Gold Coats. And then the 2020 season. And we're digging it, man. We really like that game. We're glad we're playing baseball, calling the games, having a lot of fun. I'm gonna try and keep on those stats. Try not to get too mechanical with announcing the batting averages and stuff. Try to do a little bit more, a little bit more banter in the box. So I'm gonna start thinking about where I'm gonna stay. I got 20 minutes till I gotta be done here, and I got 22 miles. I mean, I guess it's possible that we can make this thing here if we just keep on the gas and keep going. So there we go. I'll get closer to 80. But yeah, here again, there's the border. There's the border wall, and we've been driving along the Mexico border basically the whole time. Which is kind of cool. As far as south in the country as you're going to get. It just seems like it's hot out here. You got these buildings out here in the middle of nowhere. This looks real. We drove out from Utah recently and saw a lot of country that looks a lot like this. We weren't down by the Mexico border or anything like that, but it was out west and it looked a lot like this. A couple of abandoned trailer homes out there. Yeah, 21 miles. We can make this. I mean, I'm going 80 miles an hour now. I think we can make this. Call us quit at 1 o'clock a.m. my time. And then I could get up tomorrow at 8 and then go to the store and get the food I gotta get. 82. It's not too bad. I mean, like I said, 4-lane highway driving. I'm not going that much faster than these guys. Although the cop went by, did you see that guy hit the brakes? Oh, there's the police. Going 83. I don't know what the speed limit is even here. Gotta get in front of this guy. Come to a stop out there. The house off on the right here. Every once in a while I gotta glance down at my mini map and make sure. Whoa. I'm not getting away from it. Sorry, I'm drifting lanes. And real life getting tired. Okay, there's the border wall again. We really don't have much detail for Mexico out there. It even almost looks like the ocean. Excuse me. If I do, I don't want to crash into a light pole there, but if you look out there, yeah, you really don't see much. But here we are. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to have no real problem. I'm going to try and keep it up around 80. Unfortunately, that's not going to take us by the... Wow, that guy was up on the grass. It's not going to take us by the Grand Canyon, it looks like. We'll have to go through there and truck sim. I'm sure I'll have an order that's going to take us through that area. It's going to look a lot better in there anyway. But here you get to see Los Angeles. And like I said, they modeled Los Angeles pretty well. And I'd rather go to LA virtually than in reality anyway. But there you go, Joshua Tree Forest here. So we are in the desert. Gonna pass through this one horse town at 83 miles an hour. Well, they've got two of this same restaurant, two drive-ins within a block. That's a anomaly. I'm gonna mute this again so I could choke. Hold on, because my throat's all dry. All I had was an old fashioned tonight. Sorry, I had to look down at my controller there to see if I actually had this thing muted. I'm starting to think, oh my gosh, have I been on mute this whole time? Not talking. I think I see LA off there in the distance. Sorry about that. About hitting my mic. I think that's what that was off there. Whoa. So I think we may get another look at it here coming over this ridge. Yeah, I think that's LA. Oops. So I really like the way they model it, or the LA analog kind of thing in Grand Theft Auto 5. That looks like a real believable LA. Now, without the, without all the ridiculousness. But as far as the look of it goes, they really captured the look of LA with that game. And I've done that before, and that's a fun game, but it is a bit ridiculous. It's a bit over the top. It's like a teenager wrote the script, you know what I'm saying? It's all a bit is a car hovering in the air there? That's kind of cool. It's a bit juvenile, you know what I'm saying? But if you can get around that, it's kind of fun. I never played through the whole thing. I do want to play some more of it and see if it's worth playing anymore, but multiplayer is just ridiculous. I could see it would be great to play co-op, like just you and a couple buddies, and that's it. But you go on a multiplayer server, and it's literally like it's like Judgment Day. I mean, it's Terminator. It's everybody's just you're whoa. Almost bumped that guy. and you know, everyone is out to kill you because they can see you on the map, and it's like, oh, a person, kill it. And that's basically the experience. So I don't know if I'd say I recommend that one. I mean, it is cool. The stuff you could do in there, it's really cool. Like I said, it would be awesome if you could do it just co-op. And I don't know why. Oh, come on, guys. See, this is why these lanes are too big. You can drive in between cars. 12 miles out, guys. We're almost there. So we're just going to keep going for it. And I'm not driving too bad. This is reasonable driving. I'm only going a little bit faster than these guys, and I'm moving cross country, so but yeah, unfortunately, as far as I know, I just bottomed out there. You can't just play co-op with your buddies, because if we could, it would. Pete and I also got flashing lights. We're trying to get Eric to get that. That's a lot of fun where we're doing that. We figure that seems like a Central California type of a town, it looks like. And got alter egos there that are doing the emergency services out there on the West Coast as well, and that's fun. The police is a little more challenging. We've done the paramedics. That's a little bit more straightforward. We like that. Oh, there's a thing I haven't visited on the left there. I don't know what that is, but I don't know if I can get to that either. So if I can't get to it, I'm going to West Coast. Well, I'm going to get in the left lane over here. I got to get a little faster too. What was I going to say? That's right off to the left, though, isn't it? Can I get over there? This is a train. Guess I can't really get there now. I'm not going to worry about it because we got to get to my apartment, my temporary apartment out in Santa Monica. I think they have that looking like the ocean. San Diego's kind of missing on this map, which is nice. On Truck Sim, you could drive from LA down to San Diego. San Diego's modeled in the game. I really like the Truck Sim. I think I've mentioned that before. But anyway, those things as car parts, again, what I was talking about before, you can find those and put together a hot rod roadster, which is kind of fun. I had my years back when I had this, my youngest son liked to play this, and he was going all over. And so yeah, he's a 5-year-old driving 150 miles an hour all over the place, smashing into cars and stuff, having a blast, and that was fun to watch. So heading northwest. So I guess this would be like coming in sort of around San Diego before we head up into Los Angeles up there. Gonna pick a lane there, I think. I am trying to keep it going fast though. I'm sorry, like I said, I haven't had much to drink, so my throat's really dry. If that's a scenic mark along the road, I'll stop at it. We'll check that one out. But if it's not on the highway, like I said, I'm gonna pass it. Change cameras here. Looks like it's going to be just off to the left a little bit. Which is funny. I don't know where it would be. These guys are cruising. Yeah, it's right off down there. I mean, I know I did that for El Paso, but I don't know what that is, and we don't have a whole lot of time. A lot of air traffic in this game. I think I said in the demo for Crew 2 I was flying a plane, so that is kind of cool. I was gonna fly from it was like the Salt Lake area down to Miami, but that was taking too long. Had to go. Speaking of having to go, I gotta get going, but luckily I'm only 6.5 real miles from where I gotta be. Speed limit is still 70, so I'm doing it, and I'm gonna be speeding. I'm just now starting to come into sort of the Los Angeles area. South LA. Sounds like the plane was losing it, didn't it? I don't know what that blue line is. West Coast, Orange County. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, that's a river. Okay, I'm like, does it have me doubling back over? Newport Beach. Alright, so we're in Newport Beach, LA. Coming in towards the city here. Just kind of see what what it looks like down here. There's maybe some Overdog fans out this way. Although it's on the other side of the city. Really, honestly, it's going to be over closer to Santa Monica. Nobody's coming really out to see games this far out. Be up ahead of this guy so I can get my exit up here. Cyprus. My wife had gone out here for business a few times in Cyprus. Southgate. Turning right here as well. Whoa. That guy did not want to turn there. Towards Anaheim, right? Okay, we got the red light, and then we got the green light, we'll say. Car rental. Alright, we're making our way through to Anaheim, California here now. And, gonna find our way out towards Santa Monica. A lot of stuff going on here. It looks like LA, right? You've been to LA. Everybody's been to LA. Who hasn't been to LA? Stop at the light. Okay, we got the green light, and away we go. Bellflower we're in right now. Look again down there in the lower right. It tells you all the areas we're going through. Going straight through here. Going 60. I don't know if I should be going 60 down in this area, but... Wow, fresh drinks. Juice. Green Cheetos is in town here. I'm gonna go through here. Pardon me, folks. I gotta get to my apartamente. There's some of those overpasses you see in the movies and stuff. So Los Angeles is a big city here. Los Angeles is bigger. I'm gonna make this light. Look out! Look out! South LA. Los Angeles is a big city here. So there you go. Stopping at the light. And we got the green light. Let's go. Oh! I know. As I looked up and there was a guy there. So what are you going to do? Sue me? Cinema. Two of them across the street from each other. Again, that's some of that bad placement. I don't know if they placed those things or if there's an auto gen that they use to create the scenery. But either way, it's lacking a bit. So I'm not kind of by the shipyards here. Stopping at the light. Oh, we got the green light. Let's go. Everybody's listening to the same music down here. 2 miles from the new place. Just hang in there with me. We're gonna get there. There's the green light. Like I said, see, we get the green lights. There's a lot of places I haven't been to in LA here in games, so that's why I'm starting to see some more of these markers. I guess there's one up ahead here. Oh, come on. Well, these guys really get on the gas though, don't they? Sorry, I do have a sports car. I mean, I'm not driving. Oh, I gotta turn right here at the light, so. Come on, buddy. Either you're gonna turn, I'm gonna go on the outside here. Alright, let's see what this is. Hold on. I gotta kinda get over a little bit though. Donut stand. This donut stand has been serving up delicious treats since the 1950s, become a world famous landmark. Alright. Oops. Wrong button. Oops. Sorry, people. Oh, I missed a turn? Sorry. I didn't even know I was supposed to turn there. Pardon me. And here we are by the airport. This is supposed to be LAX. I don't know what rock formation. Oh, going through. Pardon me. Gotta get home to my new place. This is one of those speed test things. From no stop here. Oh, now we got the light. Thank you, sir. Isn't that funny how we get the light every time we pull up to one? Alright. Oh, we got the light. There we go. There's another spot down there in LA we haven't been to. Well, maybe I should tool around here a little bit once. I mean, it's been a while. I'm afraid this recording's going too long. I don't know when it's going to actually just dump itself out. So I really want to get to the new apartment. We should be getting close, though. But I am going through town kind of quick here. LA's a big city, people. Since I'm turning right, I don't have to stop, right? I turn no stop. Oh, I gotta make this light. Sorry, look out, lady. Green light here. Oh, now it's down to one lane. Yeah, here we're coming to the hills towards northern LA, and we're gonna make our way out towards Santa Monica along the back here. And they've got that, they built that stadium they call Lollywood. Got the Lollywood sign out there. It's kind of the play on words. Hollywood, get it? So this is kind of where the apartment is. Gonna stay here until I get a place and all that. There's a coffee shop, so that's good for business. I'll just park it right on over here in front of the building. That beeping is one of those car parts places. So anyway, here we are in in Santa Monica, California, where we're gonna be living. And I can't see the Peace Plaza, whatever. That's kind of interesting. That's cheap, and we're here until we get a place. Thanks for watching. Bye.